Hey guys, it's Daniel Evans, and welcome to a very special episode of Basic Build. So this is a thank you to all of my subscribers, all 51 of you, so it's a very special episode for the 50 subscribers. As a thank you, we are going to build my dream home. Now, I apologize in advance. I'm very picky and I don't really know exactly what I want, but I know that the dream home needs to include certain aspects. So, we are going to start with one of these bad boys. Can't exactly remember. I think it's called a turret, I think? Or some strange T word like that. So, that's what we're building. It's just basically like an octagonal room to start out with, but this will eventually be like an eat-in kitchen, I think, of some sort, or like a reading nook downstairs. And we're going to build off of this. And it's going to be a 2-story house. It's going to need to have enough room for myself and my children, my wife, and a study where I can do some writing and some simming, some YouTube videos, things of that nature. So I'm going to teach you guys how to make one of these in Uno Momento. So you always want to, if you're doing like this octagonal room, like on the side of the house, and you'll see what I'm talking about in a moment, you always want to go up to 3 stories tall. In The Sims 3, if you're building, you can actually go up to 4 stories tall with this, if you're making like a 3-story house. But this is like my tried and true like favorite part of house builds that I do. I like things to look very Victorian and dollhousey. So again, this is my dream home, so we're gonna go with the dollhousey and Victorian-esque type look. So the roofing for this, in The Sims 3 you would just use a cone-shaped roof. In The Sims 4, sadly we don't have that, so we're gonna work around that by creating a square roof and then pulling it in just slightly, like that. You gotta use the roof edging. I don't like how on The Sims 4 you have to use this roof edging or your roof's like overhang and you can see like the side of your house. I think that's kind of tacky. I hope EA fixes that quite soon. So yeah, we're gonna just leave it like that for now. You could, in the gazebo that we built in the pre-18th century German-style mansion, you could use a, hold on, let's walls down on this so we can see what we're doing. You could do a another roof. Actually, that needs to be moved over just a tad. You could do another roof. And have it, like, jut out a little bit, like that. And then lift it up. I think that's gotta go out just a little more. There we go. But now we gotta line it up. So yeah, you could use a second roof and then line the 2 up, which is gonna give me a little bit of a hard time to do. For some strange reason it doesn't want to line up. I don't know. It's probably because I don't have the proper size, I guess. I don't know. It wants to be fickle. So yeah, you could do something like this, and then again put it down. Oh god, this roof does not want to work. It hates me today. So anyways, we're not going to do that because we're going to waste time. So we'll just delete that and leave it as a square roof for now. I might go in later and fix that. So, anyways, we're gonna start the overall shape of our house. It will have a wraparound porch because I like wraparound porches. So you want to, for these type of rooms, you want to go up like 1 or 2 squares. So because I really want to accentuate the overall like roundedness, I think I'm going to go up the 2 squares. And then we're going to have like a nice little entryway right here. I want to use a door that takes up 3 spaces, so, and then I want spaces on the sides. So we'll count 7 spaces in total. It's gonna be a very big ass entrance. Sorry. And then you want to just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then up 2. So this house is going to be pretty big. And it's going to go back quite a ways. I have lots of room to work with for the ground floor. We'll cut some of this off in the top floor. We're going to go down like this. And then turn it down a bit, just a tad. We're going to cut a little bit of this off for the wraparound porch, because the wraparound porch is going to start here in the front and go around all the way to like this point right here. So again, we're accentuating the turret. I think that's what it's called, is a turret. So let's see if that looks tacky being like that far away. I don't think so. I think that kind of pulls off nicely. So basically this is the basic shape structure of the house. We're going to move this into like the middle. Yes, we're going to move our house. Don't want to give ourselves a little bit of yard space. So we don't need a whole bunch of front yard space. We don't really need a whole lot of like backyard space either, but so there we go. That's our basic shape. And that's basically what I do, is I just cut out what I want and then I go from there. So for the second floor, we're going to follow the front of the structure, because for these type of houses you want to follow the front of the structure. We're actually going to cut off this back part right there. Perhaps make that a balcony for like the master. There you go. That is our basic shape. So now we just need some roofing options. So this one's actually going to be really easy to roof because it's pretty much a square. So we're going to dress it up a little bit though. We don't want to completely super square roof. That kind of looks super tacky. So we're going to actually go walls down here on the second floor. Alright, let's make sure we're on the right floor. There we go. This is what we want. So we're going to dress this up a bit. And a great way to dress up a roof is to add what looks like extra roofing. So we're going to put this here, right dab smack in the middle. And that's actually going to go and cover up this little area right there. So I'll put our roof up We don't want it to be too big. And then we're going to pull it back all the way so that it pops out on the other side. So, and that just, you know, dresses it up a little bit. If you really wanted to, which what we're going to do is actually add in some walls. These boxy ones right here are pretty nice to just plop those down, and then you can pull it over to like be a 3 and then bring it all the way back. And I like to keep one space like that because then you'll see that it kind of, you know, shows this part of the roof, whereas if you pull it forward, that roof's gone. And that just defeats the purpose of like decorative roofing. We're actually going to move that over a bit. If you move it over like one more, should be fine. Because we don't want the roof that we're about to put onto it to like cut off and show on the opposite side. It's all cosmetic here, so. And then we'll just drag that down, and now you can see we've got, hold on, well, we gotta put our walls up and stuff. We've got a decorative roof piece here, and we'll put another one right there too, so that it balances the other side. We might actually even move this over just one more. So we're going to move this over one more slot. I think the roof goes, no, the roof doesn't go with it. That bothers me, that the roof does not go with it. So we've got to, gosh darn it. Alright, there we go. So you've got to like click on your roof and actually move it over. There we go. And then we're going to do the same thing on the opposite side, so. We're going to go ahead and copy that over. Add in the same thing. So it actually lines up right there. If we're going to be symmetrical. As you see, like we're like using the first decorative roof piece that we put on there as like a guideline. And then you just drag it all the way back and add in the decorative piece. So we're going to try to get through this as quickly as possible. Maybe make this like a 2-parter, but I don't want to make this a very long, extensive amount of video footage. I want to try to keep this short and sweet for you guys. So we're going to throw down that decorative roof piece right there. Pull it back all the way, and let's put our roof up. There we go. As you can see, now we've got some shape to our beautiful Victorian style house. So we want to make sure that we've got some space there. We're going to go ahead and work on that porch. Now this is where it gets just a tidbit tricky. We're going to use these rather than the regular porch pieces that I usually use, because these come together quite nicely, and you're going to need to use the triangle shapes for these corner pieces here. And if you watch, it'll should go in nicely. So you just use the arrow keys, and you just plop them down in there and pull it out. And we're going to do that for all of the porching area. The point is that we're going to make a wraparound porch And once we get past these triangular corner pieces that we've got to put in and everything's together, we'll be alright. There we go. I'm not sure if I want the porch to wrap entirely around, so we're gonna just call it a day right there on that end. We'll do like a semi-wraparound. Now this is gonna be tricky because I've never actually made this style of a wraparound before in The Sims 4, so we're gonna see how this goes. I mean, I could just make it a square wraparound. I mean, half-ass it. Yeah, I think we'll just make it a square wraparound. So we'll add that piece there. I'm going to pull that out just a little more, because we're going to want to pull this piece out about 2. There we go. See, we're getting there, guys. We're getting there. And you'll see, like, you're like, why is he putting down these squares? It'll make sense in a minute when I put in the foundation and then add fencing. It'll all make sense. The reason why we're not doing it with the fencing option already is because we have to actually build the porch and make it a quote-unquote room, which is what we're doing. And the fencing option, for some reason, like, you can't mix and match. It wants to overlay the fence already. So you've got to actually do it like this. Just bring that up one more, and then pull that out. So there you go, we're almost done. And bam! Wraparound porch. Alright, I think we're going to pull this out just a little more, because I want to be able to pull this one out just a little more. There we go. Alright, so we'll add in the foundation now. And some fencing. We're just going to use some very basic fencing here. Nothing crazy, because again, I want to try to get through this quickly. Alright, so there we go, we started our wraparound porch. Now we'll just throw on some pillars. I'm only adding these pillars here for reference points. For the wraparound porch, because we're going to need to add some roof options. I think this porch might be a little too big, I don't know. We'll see how well it translates in just a moment when we add on the roofing option. Alright, so we're gonna half-ass these. Obviously, take your time if you're building something like this, and actually, like, pay attention to your pillar placement. I'll go back in and fix the pillar placement myself later, but what we want to do now is take the half-hipped roof. We're actually going to match it up to this part of the wall. And then all the way down. Don't worry about the fact that it's actually cutting into the house, because in The Sims 4, it's smart. And it will take care of that. But you want to go down like that. Now you're going to see that that looks like total crap right now. So you're going to take your arrow and you're going to actually pull it down as much as you can. Just because, remember, we're going to need to put windows in, so we're going to actually make these walls a bit taller now. So for this part right here, we're actually going to need to do the same exact thing in the front. So we're going to take the half-hipped roof, and we'll match it to, like, right here. And pull it over. Now, one moment. Let's move that. There we go. We're just going to do it right on this part that we need to cover up. Make sure that it actually covers our pillars. There we go. Now we're getting there. And if we go back up, the point of this is to try to get it as low as possible to match, like it meshes in with the other roof. And that's how you make a wraparound porch, guys. See, look, you're learning! So while we're putting this roof up, I want to take a moment to thank everybody that's actually liked and subscribed to the channel. It means a lot to me that people are actually enjoying my videos and learning from them, and are, you know, happy that I'm on YouTube making these videos to teach you guys how to do these kind of things. It took me years to learn how to build in The Sims. I've been building since The Sims 1, and I'm not gonna lie, my first houses looked like crap. They were very boxy, and they had absolutely no design aesthetic to them. Nothing like what I'm building these days, and even my houses in The Sims 3 did not look like this. The Sims 4 is definitely a very powerful... When I say that The Sims 4 has very powerful tools, like, I'm not endorsing EA and, like, saying that just to say it. I'm saying it because it's true. Like, these tools are incredible. You know, even if you're not an experienced builder, you can watch things like my videos, or anybody's videos on YouTube for that matter, and learn, like, little tips and tricks, and be able to pull off something amazing. Whereas, you know, back in the day, Sims 1, 2, and 3, unless you really spent time, and I'm not saying that learning these things in The Sims 4 isn't going to take you time. It's going to take time. You don't just learn how to make a house in The Sims 4, like, overnight. It's going to take time and effort and all that fun stuff. But yeah, like, it's incredible the amount of things that people have put out that are just insanely gorgeous. So anyways, this is, here we go. my dream house. I actually really like this. I think we might extend the wraparound porch. Let's go ahead and do that. So we're gonna tug this bad boy right here. We're gonna extend this wraparound porch. It's only fair. It's my dream house. I do what I want. And I'm not going to put the pillars down because I'm lazy, and again, I'll add them in before I upload, but I want to move on to like painting and actually making the rooms and stuff for you guys, and doing it in a timely amount of videos. Like, I don't want to make crazy amounts of videos here. Like the last one was 5, and that was a giant house, and I mean, and this is going to be a pretty big house. My dream home has to be big. Who doesn't want to live in a big house? So if you're on the Sims 4 community on Facebook, you've seen just, you know, a few things that I've put out recently. The 18th century German style mansion, the ranch. I posted a picture of a house of glass that I'm working on for a community member. I said I wasn't going to add in the pillars. I'm such a liar. Just little things that I've been working on, and these are just things that I've been working on today and over the past couple of days. I have the lovely opportunity of being home currently, like full-time, until December 3rd, so I'm going to be filming as many videos as humanly possible in that time frame. I don't know if I should just extend this out like that to cover that part. I can't even talk. So I'll cover that part like that, and then that means we just gotta pull this sucker out just a little bit more. There we go. And that means we need to fix this porch right here. Look how giant this wraparound porch is. My Sims are gonna love it. So the first wraparound porch that I've ever created in The Sims 4, I think, or maybe even in general, is the wraparound porch that I created for the American Dream is the name of the house. If you check out my origin page, the origin ID, of course, is listed at the end of this video. It's Dannyluvhalo. American Dream is the first wraparound porch that I've ever done in any Sims game. I tried pulling it off several times in The Sims 3, but it just did not work to my advantage. Alright, so we're gonna tone that in there like that, and grab one of... No, I don't want that. I want that. Thank you. There we go. So yeah, we'll fix the pillars in a later video. Let's move on to bigger and better things. So we'll probably have just enough time to lay down the foundation of like the interior walls, and I'll try to speed it up for you and get a nice amount of this house done. So we're gonna go with siding, I think. Yeah, we're gonna go with siding, and I don't think there's yellow siding. Yellow's my favorite color, so we'll see if we have yellow siding. Well, kind of. My wife would kill me right now if she were awake to see that I'm using yellow siding for my dream home. Because we plan on purchasing or buying a house within the next year, like to either build or buy, and if we're gonna build a house, I hope I probably won't have enough money to build a house like this, but I hope to build something similar. So we want some big old doors. Let's see if we have anything that... There we go. And my favorite kind of windows. Do we have anything that matches the yellow, though? Oh, they've got... Awesome! Sweet deal. Alright, do they make these any bigger? Does that take up 2 spots? Yes, it does! Alright, so we're gonna use these windows for, like, a majority of the house. But I don't think we have... No, the other ones don't... God damn it. Excuse my language. Alright, anyways, so we're just gonna use these windows for now. Fudge it. Promise I'm not singing under the sea. Yes, I am. I live in a house full of women, totally singing under the sea. I don't know why I'm doing this when I could just, like, go based off of room. And it should probably fill up most of my... Pretty much did it exactly how I did, except for, like, right here, so we'll fix that. See, the by room option is pretty spiffy, as long as you, don't have any rooms. EA's got your back. Yeah, it's pretty much like the same exact kind of spacing that I would have done. So, we will do that. That saves us some time, and then we'll do that on here as well. We're going to take this option off to regular windows for this. See if we can line that up. Nope, we can't line that up, so we're gonna... It feels so cheap putting one there. Let's see if we can find like a... There we go, that's a bigger one right there, and let's get rid of the yellow. And we'll get just like the white round ones to go next to it on either side. Kind of dress it up a little. Because we're classy. Now I'd really love for these windows not to have the blue interior. Like, I think that totally defeats the purpose of it being a round window. So we're gonna have to use something that kind of matches what we're working with. Which is probably going to be those, but I think those come as a bigger, like, take up 2 spaces. Haha, they do. So, let's see if we can utilize these windows and actually... Oh, it doesn't want to work. Lame. Alright, whatever. We'll have to use these and just, negate the fact that it doesn't like us. So these will only work on the middle portion, so we can't use those either. God, I can't find any windows. sucking at picking windows today, guys. I'll have to use these bad boys, I think. Yes. Okay, these are perfect. And this part right here, like, you guys are gonna be like, why are there... Windows are the point of these. Lots of natural light. Let's see what EA does if we do it by room. I think I like their version better, so we'll go with that. Still lots of windows, lots of natural light, but it doesn't overpower it. So we'll go with their version. And there we go, there's the rough outside of the house. I don't know if I should move... Yeah, I'm going to move the house over just slightly. So we'll line it back up, move it over just a tad. There we go. And that's just... Anyways, I may or may not be able to edit this out in editing, but my 4-year-old just woke up at 1 o'clock in the morning looking for a specific blanket. So, if I'm not able to edit that out, I apologize that you're going to hear the cutest little girl in the entire world talking, but I'm sure you've dealt with worse. So, we're going to put our final windows in, if I can find a window that actually works for us here. There we go. And that's pretty much going to conclude this video. I'm going to try to start cutting out like some of the interior for you. So, like I said, we're going to have this grand entrance, so we're going to pull that up 1 and then in 2, because we don't want to take up too much space for our grand entrance. And then the same thing, up 1, in 1. It's going to be a little weird shape. I'm thinking, like, it's only a 2-story, so we can make a pretty decent sized staircase. But then we've got to take into consideration that that big staircase takes up space. But it looks like we got a decent amount of space here, so we're going to make a 5-slot staircase. Yeah, a 5er. And we're going to put that right in there. Right in this, like, mushroom... If you look at it this way, it looks like a little, like, tree or something. So we're going to put it there. And in my house, we are going to have... like a white woodish type staircase. And actually, I think I'm only going to do 3. Because I want to use that, which means that we can actually get rid of these walls. these walls in the foyer, whatever you want to call it. Fancy people call it a foyer. Southern people like myself, we call it a foyer, because we're just not that educated. Just kidding, I'm educated. So like I said, interior walls have never, ever been my strong suit. So we're actually going to get rid of these here. I'm going to cut that down like that. Because I kind of want it to be open, where like you can see into the living room area that we're going to build on here eventually. And into, I think I'm going to make like a formal dining room over here, and then this will be like a study or something. But anyways, this is going to conclude the very first video in this particular series. I think it'll probably be about 3, possibly 4 in total for the 50 subscribers thank you video. When we come back to filming episode 2, I will make sure that these lovely pillars are actually all spaced out properly, and then we will finish the interior, because I know in my last video I did not do the interior as, how do I word this? I didn't do the interior as, not as well as I could. It shouldn't be the wording, because I think the interior for the sophisticated living home was done pretty well, but I didn't spend a whole lot of time like explaining the best way to do interiors. Even though they're not the best that I do, I didn't explain it well enough for you guys. So I'm going to explain the interiors and like things that you want to put in your homes to make sure that like things kind of like flow very nicely and smoothly. So if you like the video, go ahead and clickety-clack on that like button. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I try to put out build videos, and if you'd like, I can also do create a sim videos for celebrities. I try to make those videos quite frequently for you guys. If there's a specific type of building tutorial that you'd like me to cover, like somebody wanted rounded countertops, I do cover those kind of tutorials for you. If you have questions on how to do a specific type of thing, just let me know and I'll cover a quick tutorial for you. But yeah, let me know what you thought of the video. Like and subscribe to the channel. As always, house will be posted on the gallery once it's finished, and it will be titled My Dream House. And as always, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm Daniel Evans, and happy simming.